Hi, this is Sarah from Blue Rain Peaches. I am back to make another bracelet. I just made this one that I'm about to post. Has a toggle clasp on it. It's made with these Dalmatian beads and 2 tiger eye beads on the end. Toggle clasps, easy to hook for yourself. This one I believe is red bamboo, dyed bamboo. Couple stars on there. Some charms. The chain, the lobster claw is what catches the chain, so it's adjustable. That one's pretty. And this blue one in green actually also has a toggle clasp on it. Couple charms. And it's wire wrapped is what we're going to be doing to this bracelet that we're doing today. I'm going to be doing basically the same design maybe, and maybe not. Some of the beads may not have it on it, some may have it. So, and I'm trying to decide whether I want to use gold wire or if I want to use silver. So, I'm going to be using some Jesse James beads today. This is the Let's Be Mermaid Coral Queen beads today. I'm going to use some of those. And I think this one was bell pepper, if I'm not mistaken, beads. We'll try to use some from there. Mix the two. This is just going to be a random bracelet, nothing specific that I'm going to put together. I'm just going to put some beads and make a bracelet with it. And that's what's going to be. That's what it's going to be. The challenge is, do I use silver or gold? I don't know. Or some, I do have, but this one is like a 26 gauge copper. I really use copper, but I'm thinking it's going to be the gold. I need to make sure I have a clasp to go on there. That's all I need to make sure I have. Sorry. Let's see. I believe I do. I just don't know where I put them. And I should have got them before I came on camera, but this is life. I have these. It's not quite a toggle clasp, but I do have this one, which I think this is what I'm going to use. So, I have some gold ones somewhere, but I think we're going to use this one. It's like vintage. So, let's get started, and we're just going to, let's start out with the gold, and if I don't like it, I'll change it. So we're just gonna, we do need some tools, the wire, of course, wire cutters. I have smaller ones, but they're somewhere in the box. Needle nose pliers and some chain nose pliers. That's really all you're gonna need, because we're just wire wrapping. And sorry if you can see the little bit of mess on my workstation, I apologize. But let's get started. I'm thinking I'm going to use these. Maybe, maybe not. We're just going to randomly pick some stuff to put together. Yes, we are. Don't know. Maybe. Lost. So, let's get started. Let's start with these orange beads. Let's start with this one. And so I'm going to start with, again, like I said, I'm going to start with the gold wire. And if I don't like it, I will change it to the silver wire. And we're just going to make a wrap loop. That's it. You're just going to bend it, pull it over top, turn your pliers. You can take it out and put it back in, or you can just turn your wires. And there is your loop. You can hold it with your pliers, or I'm just going to hold it with this. The wire is 22 gauge, so it's really easy to bend. So we're just going to wrap down probably 3 times. It's up to you. And you can use pliers to hold it if you would like, but it's so thin, you can use your hand. Make sure there's nothing left to scrape. Anybody's skin or hair, pull any hair or clothing. So we're going to seal that down. And I'm hoping my battery don't run out. And we're just going to start on the orange bead. I really do orange bracelets, so maybe this is a good. And we are going to put a little bit of wire on the side of these and see how that bent. I just bent it back up because the wire is so thin. You have to be careful. Again, we're just going to wrap it down on top of that bead and come down that side. Come down the side. We're going to go right around there. Pull it tight if you would like, or leave it loose, and come back up the side. That's all we're doing. And you can wrap, and you can make a messy wrap if you want. I'm just going to come up to the top of that bead, and we're going to cut it off. So all we're going to do is close it in to make sure nothing snags. That's how I want to bead. Now I'm going to probably use different beads from Jesse James. This is a pretty orange bead. Let's see. Couple of these small ones. I don't know if I'm going to put any bead caps on top of them. I probably won't. I'll probably just wrap it down with the wire. And I'm probably only going to use from the bell pepper. I think it's orange bell pepper one. I do see a couple of them that I could use out of here, but I think for the most part I'm just going to use from the bell pepper one. I could use these. We'll sit those there. I may use those. So I'm going to use a couple of orange beads though, from my own stash. These are some nice beads. But I think I'm going to use some of these. I got these from, I want to say Bargain Bead Box. I'll put a couple of these in there. I got these from Golden Age Beads though. So let's put those there. And a couple of the orange ones, the neon orange ones that I got from bargain bead box. So I'm looking for some, so, and I'm going to use 2 of these, white and orange. So let's finish with the gold. We're going to make another loop down and, sorry, and around. We're going to hook this bead on here, like so. And I have to hook it now because if not, I will forget to be hooking them. And I'll make a whole bracelet with just beads. And you can still link them together with jump rings, but I don't want them to have to be linked with jump rings. So we're going to cut off that piece of wire. Like so. Like so. And we're going to add on this bead. And we're going to make a loop. And we're going to wrap down. I'm going to take my paper off because it's driving me insane for some reason today. And we're going to wrap down the bead and around and back up the other side like we did with the bead, with the this bead here, and wrap around. We're going to cut this piece off like so. And we're going to close in any pieces that may be able to scratch you with. And for me, it doesn't matter right now what direction that wrap is going in. It's just a bracelet that we're making, that's all. And then we're going to do one on the other side, like so. So we're just going to bring down. Now we're just going to make a loop, like so. Bring that wire down. Don't forget to add your bead on. I'm going to wrap down again 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You can wrap more if you like, and we're just going to push it together like so. Cut it off. Again, that's my fish tank that you hear in the background with the dripping water. Needs a little water in it. So we're just going to close this down on here. Sorry if I'm out of camera. And we're going to add in this bead. Like so. There's your loop. Nothing fancy. You're just wrapping and going, wrapping and going. I'm gonna wrap it down, and I'm not gonna make this one fancy because I'm gonna wrap back up on top of it. So all we're gonna do is bring that wrap down, around, twist it around, and we're going back up to the other side of the bead, and we're gonna wrap it around the top. We're going to cut off and tuck. Let's move these pieces out the way. And I do use those pieces for like little tiny beads. I just use my looper to make, or you can just make it with your regular needle nose pliers. And again, tuck. And there you have so far. I am going to incorporate these two little beads, so I'm going to put those on. Let's see if this is enough to put those on there. So I just want a little wrap down on top. Okay, I'm out of the zone right now. Like so. There's your little loop. And I don't need much. I'm just going to wrap down maybe twice. And if you feel like you need your pliers here, you can use your pliers. So I'm going to cut off that little end. And wear some goggles, because these wire pieces just be everywhere. And close down on it. Now we're going to slide on this, and I should have hooked it on there. It's what I should have did before I twisted it, but I didn't. It's all right. I just got to remember to hook it on now. Like so. And we're just going to wrap down. And we're going to cut. Cut that off. And we're just going to close it down, and we're going to do the other side. And we're going to cut a piece of wire. So we're going to make a loop. I'm just going to make a small, we don't need that much. Like so. And remember to hook our piece on, because I'll be forgetting. We're going to, you can use smaller pieces of wire. I'm just using, and I'm only going down again twice. And make sure nothing is sticking out. I'm putting that piece on, this piece on here, because I put it on the other side. I don't know if I really like it on there, but it's going to stay on there because I'm not taking it off. So we're just going to keep with the wrap down. And sorry, out of camera. Just wrap it down on top, like so. And we're going to cut. And push down any sides that's sticking out. So, oops. Our next, I'm trying to decide, do I want these on here? Because I don't really know. Let's go with these. Let's do these. Let's put them on there. So, we're going to make a loop. Like so, there's your loop. And we're going to wrap down 2 or 3 times. And yes, we are going to go down the sides with the gold. Again. And my batteries get ready to go out. I'm going to squeeze them together. And we're going to put on bead. There's our loop. And we're going to go down the sides again. It's really easy wire to bend. And we're going to twist it. And we're going back up the side and we're going to wrap. Like so. Nothing perfect. You're just wrapping. If you want to make it perfect, you can. And we're going to do one on the other side. You know, you can just put them in there randomly. You don't have to put them bead for bead or anything. Like 2 beads on this side, 2 beads on that side. It doesn't really matter. So let's keep on going. So I'm gonna put this on this side. I could have had a little bit more wire on that one, but I made it work. Just gonna push it down. Oops. And we're just going to squeeze it, squeeze it down. So we're going to put on this one, and I'm going to wrap down. There's your loop. And again, bring it down around the sides. Back up the sides. And and wrap. There we go. Pretty easy. going to tuck it. That's our bracelet so far. Sparkles, don't it? Now, the question is, do I want these in here? Because I don't really know if I want those. One there. Or if I want these two orange beads, bright orange, on there. Let's do outside the box. Let's do these. So let's take our piece of wire. And actually I'm going to do a longer piece of wire because I'm going to wrap down the bead. Or wrap around the bead, I should say. And I don't know how much I'm going to, probably not more, not that much, but I'm going to keep it on there anyway. So, let's make us a loop, as we always do. Come around the top, and there's our loop. But we're going to put it on, because if not, I will forget. There's our loop on there. So, let's wrap down a few times to secure it, like so. We're going to cut off the extra. We're going to push it down. We're going to add on our bead, make our loop, and twist. Straighten her up so she has a straight loop on the top. We are going to twist down 2 or 3 times. And we're going to come around this bead, all the way around. So we're going to take the wire, we're going to push it here, and we're just going to go around and down. And then we're just going to wrap it around the top of that bead, like so. And again, it's thin wire, so you got to be careful with it. We're going to put this so it's not scratching anybody. And you can kink it to make it tighter if you would like. It's up to you. I think I am going to pull it just a little bit. Any old kind of way, doesn't make a difference. Like so. And now we're going to do one on the opposite side, but I'm going to fix this wrap. It's looking a little bit wonky. And so we're only going to need probably a couple more on there. So I'm going to come out just some more camera made dye. So I don't know, but it may. The battery's really low. So we're going to make our loop. And of course, don't forget to add, because I will forget. If I don't put it on now, I forget to add it on there. So I'm going to finish my bracelet. My camera cut off and we were wrapping. So we're going to use the pliers to finish wrapping our bead. And so we're just going to wrap down a little bit. It's a little bit long because I'm going to wrap down around the bead. So now we're going to, you can still hold it with the pliers if you want, but I'm just going to wrap a couple times around and down around this part of the bead, like so. And this one overlaps on the back, and you can just pull it apart like that. I'm actually going to wrap back up because I want a little bit more wraps on the top to make it a little stronger. So we're just going to come across the back and wrap. And we're going to cut. Okay. So now what we're going to do, and I'm just going to kink it just a little bit. Like so. We're going to put on a clasp. This is the clasp I'm using. So we're just going to take a couple of jump rings. To open. A little bit of antique clasp, solid clasp. You could put a gold one on there, but I'm going to put this on here. Oops, I lost my jump ring to the ground. So I'm going to make another one. I'm trying to be a little bit different with the toggle clasp instead of just gold. So next we're going to just add on a couple of charms. Just gonna put this on the end and close. And I was gonna put a rose on there, a little baby rose, but I want this to be silver, so I mean gold, so I'm gonna take out the silver ring. If you hear noise, that's my fish tank. So, this is a ring that don't open. Give me 1 minute, I'll be right back. A few more. I think these don't open. Sorry. I don't know why they're mixed together. But they are. Close this all the way. Sorry, I'm off camera just a little bit. And we're just going to hang this on the other end. You can hang them on the same end. It don't have to be a different end. And I was going to put a little butterfly on there. Probably this one. And that's probably going to... Oh, I was going to do a little ice cream cone. It's probably going to be the ice cream cone. That is our bracelet. And we're just going to put it on our arm. The toggle clasps are easier to put on than the lobster claws or the other ones. So and my bracelets are normally 7 to 8 inches. And so this one is kind of tight. I could have put another bead on there to make it a little loose. And actually I could put a piece of chain on there, or I can put a couple of extra jump rings on there. It'll loosen it up as well. But that is our bracelet. Again, these are Jesse James beads. I think this is the orange bell pepper one. And so I'll come back and try maybe a different kind of bead by someone else, or I may do one with the mermaid. This is also Jesse James beads. This one is Let's Be Mermaids. These were pretty. I was looking for the ones with the wings on them, but they were all sold out. So I'm just taking this off. Thank you for watching. If you like, please follow. Like. Thank you.